Okay, welcome, young adults, boys and girls, to the Mayor's Office of Employment Youth Information Session powered by YouthWorks, where summer jobs launch careers. My name is Latasha Wesley. I'm a unit supervisor at YouthWorks, and joining with me is Sharon Bell.
Hi, I'm Miss Bell. I'm a unit supervisor as well. And Miss Tosh is going to take the first part, and I will pick up with the most important part about how you're going to get paid.
I know y'all can't wait to hear about that, so let's get started. Okay, so we'll talk about days to remember, how to be an eligible youth, the documents required, how to complete your application. Most importantly, those payment options. We'll have someone from Security Plus to discuss that method, as well as credit recovery schools, common mistakes, reminders, and FAQs. Okay, so you guys know that just in case if you didn't know, YouthWorks runs from July 10th to August 11th. It's a 5-week paid summer job experience. You'll be working for 5 hours, up to 25 hours per week, and your pay will be $13.25. So, for all of my people who are math people, I'm going to ask a question at the end of my segment. How much money will you be paid? So I hope you got a pen and paper ready. I want you to do that math, okay? We're going to be discussing some dates to remember. Most importantly, the last date to submit your application and required documents is April 7th. Yes, guys, April 7th, which is right around the corner. So today you're going to learn how to fill out that application so we can be able to get it in before April 7th. Also, if you're having troubles with your application, we have some in-person document drop-off days where you can come in with your documents and actually get assisted with your application. So if you're having problems, no worries. We got you. You can come in on Saturday, March 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th, as well as Friday, March 17th, because you guys ain't got no school. You can also come in during your spring break, which is April 3rd and 6th. So you might want to take and write this information down. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to be an eligible youth. So a lot of you got one thing down packed already. You're a Baltimore City resident. And as long as you're between 14 and 21, you can be an eligible youth. Now, don't worry. If you're 13 and you'll be 14 by July 7th, you also can be an eligible youth. But all youth must complete online applications and upload the required documents to be eligible to participate. So, not just being a city resident, you also have to apply. Okay, so I'm talking about applying. Where do I apply? You can apply at youthworks.oedworks.com. Write this down, young people. We got youthworks.oedworks.com. This is where you will go at to start your application. Okay, a lot of the questions involve, well, what do I need? What do I need to sign up? On the site where you go to that website, youthworks.oedworks.com, you'll first see where it says youth. You'll click that tab and then you scroll down. And this picture represents what it would look like for you. So all your documents are there and available for you to click and upload and fill out. if you have any questions or having a hard time, we even have how-to guides available for you to click and watch videos as well. So you'll click on the youth, scroll down to the area just below the video where the forms are listed, click on each form, complete them. That is key. Save them to your computer or phone, then attach the completed and signed forms to your application. So this is what it would look like. I told you when you get to that website, you'll click youth, you'll scroll down and you'll see this lovely young lady ready to give you valuable information on how to complete your application, how to complete the required documents, and also how to upload them. So I know you're asking, what documents? What documents? I keep saying documents. Okay, guys, here's the documents. You would need your employment forms, which is your employment eligibility verification, which is the I-9 form. You will also need the Maryland Withholding Exemption Certificate, which is the MW-507. You'll need the Federal Withholding Exemption Certificate, which is the W-4. You'll need the payroll forms. And if you're under 18, it must have a parent signature. And you'll also need a work permit if you're under 18. And on the site, we have an area for you to click and upload all of those documents. So let's talk about the work permit. So if you're under 18, it is required for you to have a work permit in the state of Maryland. So if you're 13, you can go to our site, which is youthworks.oedworks.com. But for my young adults who are 14 and 17, you would have to go to the dollar website, which is dllr.state.md.us/child work permit. Fill those forms out completely. What you want to do is you want to go on there, you want to fill out that form, but you want to print it because you have to put your signature, which will be the minor, and then your parent will have to sign where there's a parent signature. It would not be complete if you just put in the information without those signatures. So I hope you're listening. Remember to fill the document out, view and print, and then have your parent sign as well as you sign on the lines stated minor and parent. Oh yeah, one more thing, guys. Once you do this, your permit will be good and will be on file for the next 3 years. So you'll be good to go for 3 years. Okay, I know you're saying, what do I put on that permit? Okay, guys, if you have a phone, this is screenshot time. If you have a pen and paper, time to write down some information. All right, on your work permit, it's going to ask for a company name. You're going to put YouthWorks. The street address is going to be 101 West 24th Street. City will be Baltimore. State will be Maryland. Zip code will be 21218. And the telephone number that you will put down will be 410-545-1820. Now, I know you want to say summer job for the type of business, but for the sake of your work permit, I would like for you to put public administration. For your supervisor, you're going to put Nadia Sims. And then that big box at the bottom where it says work duties, you're going to type the word trainee because that's what you'll be doing. Training for a career in the future or just learning some great skills. Okay, so another document that you would need to upload would be proof of identity. You can use one of the following. You can use a state ID, permit, license. You can use your school ID. You could even use your school report card. Or let's say you have none of the above. You can use your I-9. And at the bottom in the gray box, there's going to have either translator or preparer. you'll have your parent check the box that says preparer and have your parent put their information there, their name, the address, and date it with the phone number or whatever information is allotted. Have your parent fill that out if you don't have a report card or an ID. Okay, we'll take that. All right. And so you'll need something to state that you are allowed to work. And for work authorization, you could use either your social security card or a copy or the original of the birth certificate. And also you can use your US citizen ID card. Okay. Now let's say you have a passport, a permanent resident card, an alien registration receipt card, or an employment authorization document card. If you have one of those four, then you don't need any of that other stuff that I was just talking about. That would serve as both identity and work authorization. All right. Any questions about the required documents? Let's go. Hello, is there a way I can do my son's W-9 state form in person? Yes, we will have some days in person for you to come in. Those dates are Saturday, March 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. Also, you can come in March 17th and also during the spring break, which will be April 3rd through 6th. But remember, our application closes on April 7th. Thank you, Ms. Wright, for that question. Okay, Life as Ebony asks, I tried turning my papers in, but they are not uploading. So sometimes, depending on what system you're using, when you click the save, you want to click the save that has like the little pin. It saves the changes made to the document. So you would want to click that save, download it to your computer, and then upload it that way. And if you're still having problems, no worry. I'll repeat those dates. We'll have in-person dates on March 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th on Saturdays. We also have a Friday available, which will be March 17th, and also during spring break, which is April 3rd and 6th. You're more than welcome to come in, and we'll be happy to help you upload those documents.
Nike, why do I have to complete the same documents again if I am returning to YouthWorks? Well, Nike, the government says each and every year there are certain forms that you have to turn in. We also have a payroll form that you have to turn in. And the reason for both is to ensure that if any changes, like you changed your address, you might have changed banks, a lot of things can come about. So if we go on the information from last year, let's say even if we wanted to mail you out a check for $1 million, well, that's the address that we would use. And that's the address that the government would use when they come to get their taxes. So trust me, you want to turn in whatever it is, the documents that the government says that you have to do. These aren't our rules. These are the government's rules, and we have to follow the rules.
And just to piggyback on that, if you are a returning youth, a lot of the documents that you're filling out are the payroll forms that she said. If you've uploaded your birth certificate, social security card, and report card, and it's still at the same school, you don't have to upload those documents. Joanne, you want to get this next question?
Yes, ma'am. Van Diver B. So can you get a worker's permit? The answer is no. To my knowledge, the Department of License and Labor Registration, which Ms. Latasha said is dollar, That's the request, that you fill it out online. Again, we don't make the rules, but we have to follow them. So you
So
have to go online.
so let me just say, yes, you can have a printed document, because when they go online, it is online, but you must print it out. So technically you will have a paper copy of that form. However, you got to upload it again. So technically you will have a paper work permit, but it's not like we print them out and you fill them out. It doesn't work like that anymore. You would definitely go online to fill that out, but you are free to print that out, sign it, upload it, and keep that paper copy for yourself. Entertainment TV. When it says file attachments, do all documents have to be in one file? Well, we're going to get into the application. And what I would just like to say about that is that it can technically. But if you would like for us to be able to verify your documents when you call to check if your application went through, I would advise for you to use that drop down box. And if you're uploading an MW507, then upload the MW507 under that attachment name. That way, when we go to check your file to see if you've uploaded all your documents, we don't have to go into a file and search all the way down to find your documents. We can say, okay, she or he has listed that W4 under W4. Let me click W4 and it'll be there. So we'll go into the drop downs and how to upload the documents really soon. Jilly, the creator, can I join the Work Academy? If the Work Academy, is it the YouthWorks Academy that you're speaking about? If it is the YouthWorks Academy, you would have selected that on your application, and somebody will contact you in regards to an interview. But you would have to have checked yes that you would like to participate into the YouthWorks Academy. Sharon, you want to go?
Maya Thornton asked, my daughter updated her school, is and they are still saying they need an ID.
Okay, all right. So if she changed schools, then whatever ID that she has on file is no longer permissible. If she was in the same school, then she would be acceptable. But because she's changed schools, we cannot accept that as valid ID if it's a school ID because she's no longer at that school. However, if you have a report card or a state ID, that will serve as ID. So you can upload that as proof of identification. And then you probably may need a birth certificate or social security card as another form of ID for that last question. How do I get a virtual job? Okay. You could choose that option on the application. You could even choose to be in person or virtual.
The next question is, my son will not be 14 until March. Do I have to wait to get his work permit? The answer is no. We have a 13-year-old work permit on our website. And you can go there and fill out that work permit because he won't be 14 until March. The next question is from Chloe Spencer. My daughter will turn 14 on July 12th. Can I still apply for YouthWorks, or do we have to wait until next year? Sorry to say, your daughter has to wait until next year. The cutoff date that was given was July the 7th. Your daughter would have to have turned 14 by July 7th. Hope that answers your question. Joe Paul, children in high school need state IDs. For us, no, they can use their school IDs. We also said that they could use the I-9. The parent can fill out the I-9 form, and they have to fill it out completely. And in the gray box at the bottom, the parent checks preparer and they fill in the pertinent information. The parent is saying that, yes, the information above is valid. This is my child. So children in high school don't need state IDs not to get a YouthWorks job. However, that is one of the things that we can ask for regarding identification. Next question. Miss Trinity Marie asked, how will we know what address to put on the permit? Miss Latasha went over that earlier.
Yes, I did.
Yes, she and I'll reiterate it. If you go to YouthWorks with an S .oedworks with an S.com, you click on youth. The first page is purple. You click on youth. You scroll down to that second box. It's going to be a young lady with a teal blue sweater. Scroll beneath her. Everything that you need is there, even the information to put on the work permit. If it's you can read about it, but also you can click on that young lady with that teal blue sweater and she will explain everything to you. Next question, please. If we moved out of the city, can my youth still apply? The answer to that for YouthWorks is, for Baltimore City, is no at this point. I don't know if you're saying you moved to Baltimore County or one of the surrounding counties. There is information on our website regarding Baltimore County and their youth division and their summer job programs. And at the end, give me a chance to give you some contact information for Baltimore County. It's also listed on our website as well. Information on Baltimore County's youth summer job division. Next question. A. Stokes, it's hard to upload the documents. Well, yeah, sometimes it is hard. And I understand that our link, even when it downloads to a system, defaults back to blank. And if you don't really kind of know what you're doing, or even if you do, sometimes we just have mishaps. So Miss Latasha did give dates that you can bring those documents in. Could you give them to us once again, Miss Latasha?
I would love to. All right. So those dates are Saturday. These are the Saturdays in March. So we got March 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. These are all Saturdays in March that you can come in. We also have a Friday, March 17th. And then we have spring break, which is April 3rd through April 6th.
Hope that answers your question. Next question, please.
I want to kind of jump in on that. So if you're having a hard time uploading the documents, you can also print them out, fill them out, and take a picture of them on your phone. Once you go on your phone with the pictures, you then log into youthworks.oedworks.com. Go into your application using your login information, and then go into attachments and attach those documents from your phone. That seemed to be easier for the youth that I was working with. I hope that helps. Okay, Miracle White stated, I put my information in and it's still saying my documents are missing. So there's a list of documents that I had explained to you that were needed. So first you have the 4 documents that YouthWorks need, which is the W-4, and on there sometimes a mistake of not putting your social or dating it. So you may just want to check your documents and make sure that they're fully completed. I mean, filled out from top to bottom. Then another thing you want to look at and see if are they missing any signatures. So just double look, see if any of those things are the issue, fix it, and then if there's still an issue, you can give us a call. We'll give you that number at the end of our session. Okay, good people. I hope you guys took that information in, was writing stuff down. So now we're going to get into that juicy information on how to start the application. So remember I told you when you go to YouthWorks, oedworks.com, you'll see this page. It's going to say YouthWorks. It's going to have this beautiful purple background with this information letting you know the application period. But the most important tab that you're going to need to know, guys, is this youth one. You're not going to click employers and work sites. You're going to click youth, okay? So you're going to start there. You're going to click youth. Okay, and then you're going to get to this lovely page talking about the application. Now, if you was a youth worker last year or before and you still have your login information, meaning you know your email and your password, you can click returning youth and click here to log in and apply. But if you have never worked as a youth worker before, you would click where it says new youth. Click here to apply. Okay, so let's talk about the returning youth. Okay, so when you log into your existing YouthWorks account, you'll see a green tab gesturing if you would like to start an application. You would click that tab and you will go through each section. I'll talk a bit more about that a little later. But you'll log into your existing YouthWorks account. You'll complete the application, upload all completed and signed documents. After you do that, you should be receiving an automatic emailing confirming that your application was submitted. If you didn't get that automatic email, you need to go back in and click each tab to make sure everything is complete. Then you will click the purple tab at the bottom, which reads finalize and submit. Okay. Once you approve, then you are officially eligible for a summer job opportunity. Again, an email will contain a registration verification receipt. You may want to star that. That's a very important email. Or it's going to state incomplete, like a lot of you stated today in the questions, with the list of the missing documents. Okay, let's talk about the new youth coming to new YouthWorks for the first time. Okay, so welcome, new youth. New youth should create an account using the email address they have access to. You shouldn't use an email address that you do not have access to, guys, because you will be receiving your information on whether you're complete, your job information. So use an email that you have access to. And all communications from YouthWorks will be sent to this email. So keep an ear out for it. All right. road. So keep an ear out for it. So you're going to complete the application, upload all the completed and signed documents. Again, like returning youth, you're going to receive an automatic email confirming that your application was submitted. Okay. The received email is either going to say you're approved and they are eligible for a job opportunity, which is the email registration, which is the registration verification receipt, or it's going to stay incomplete with the list of missing documents that you need to upload and complete ASAP. Okay, so remember I was talking about those tabs. All right. So if you take a look, this is kind of a picture of what those tabs look like. But trust me, on that application, they're going to be stacked on top of each other. I want you to click each tab, okay? That is how you complete the application. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click that first one. That is step 1 of 4, which is the registration. You're going to fill out all the information needed in there. And then you're going to go to step 2, which is the work accommodation tab. You're going to click that tab to open up the questions. You're going to answer all of those questions. Again, for payment, you're going to click that. You're going to answer that question. And for attachments, which is the best tab ever, you're definitely going to click that in order to upload your I-9, your W-4, your 507, as well as your payroll form, as well as your birth certificate, social, ID, report card, and etc. So remember I was talking about those tabs and how we're able to see your things for what they are. Now you could just put other and upload those documents, but when you call to check your application, we may have to go in and click each other to find out what form we're trying to find. If you click the drop down, it's going to have a list of forms. Just attach the form that matches the attachment type and then upload it. And then you should see at the bottom where it says file name, attachment type, and uploaded by. You will now see that attachment there. That lets you know that you have successfully uploaded that attachment. Okay. Any questions on how to apply?
All right. Good afternoon, y'all. I'm going to actually join you to assist with some of the questions. All right. So what are the times for during Saturday? So you will actually, if you are still incomplete, you will receive a message from us closer to March that will give you the days and times to come in for an appointment. Appointments will be held 9 to 3. So once you get that that information from us, you'll pick what time frame you want to come in to do your application, to do your documents. How can we get our W-9 form signed without being in person? I'm going to assume that you mean I-9 forms. If you so with the I-9 form, you just have to worry about the front part of the I-9 form. Once you upload it to your application, we take care of the rest. So as long as that front part is filled out, you're good to go. What is the address for Saturday? So it will be our building, 101 West 24th Street. And when you go to make your appointment, we'll also send that to you with your appointment confirmation. So that way you have the address and you have the time for your appointment. I put my information in and it's still saying my documents are missing. So there could be a few things at play with that. So you may not be maybe attaching them the correct way, or you might be missing parts of the document. So maybe you filled out, you filled out the top part or the demographic information, but you didn't sign it, or you didn't put your address or your or the date or something like that. So make sure when you look at that incomplete email, you look at what it's saying you need to do to that document. And if all else, you can always reach out to our help desk and they will be able to assist you and tell you exactly what you need to do. And the email for them is ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. So if you're still getting that problem or that message, you can reach out to them and they'll be able to see exactly what you need to do to fix it. is there a number I can contact regarding my registration? Because it keeps saying it's complete, but I did everything. I'm going to assume you mean incomplete, but you did everything. So yeah, so you can call our office. The number is 410-545-1820, or you can email the help desk, ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. Either one of those will get you some assistance with figuring out why your application is still deemed incomplete. Yep. So our help desk email is ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. So it's right there on your screen. Okay. I wanted to know the address to the place I would have to go March 4th. Now, I will say you don't have to come to the building. You don't have to wait till March 4th to get your documents turned in. You can do it right now online. You can just attach everything right to your application. However, if you try and it's you just aren't able to get it to upload for one reason or another, you can come to our building, 101 West 24th Street, with an appointment, and we'll assist you that way. But definitely, I would say don't wait. Go ahead and try to get your documents in now. Reach out to us by phone or email at the help desk, and we can try to get you taken care of then. So that way you don't have to wait to get your registration receipt. We want to ensure that you don't miss that deadline. So definitely don't wait. If you're having problems, reach out to us so we can try to walk you through it. On the site, it says my application is submitted. Why do I keep getting messages saying it's not? So submitting your application and completing your application are two different things. So submitting your application is just that means that you've submitted it. We have it. Now, if you're getting emails from us, it's more than likely saying that your application is incomplete. So you want to make sure you look at the email to see exactly what's missing from your application, deeming it incomplete. If you look through what the email says and you've attached everything, you've signed everything, everything's dated and filled out completely and correctly, but you're still getting those incomplete emails, reach out to our help desk, ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov, or give us a call, 410-545-1820. So either one of those methods to reach out to our office directly, and we'll be able to take a look at your application and tell you what is deeming you incomplete. Are our documents from last year saved, or do we have to resend all of the files again? So your work permit is good for 3 years. So if you submitted one last year, you don't have to turn it in again. Your birth certificate or social is, whichever one you uploaded, you don't have to upload that again. Now your I-9, your W-4, your 507, your payroll form, all of those forms have to be uploaded every year. So yes, you will need to upload it again. Okay. What do I have to upload? What do I have to upload? Like, does it have to be everything it says? Life of Jay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by this question. Do one of you ladies understand what they might mean with this question?
It sounds like they're looking for a shortcut, and there is no shortcut. You have to upload each and every document unless you were a youth worker last year. Then, as Ms. Sims stated, you can your birth certificate, social security card, school ID, school report card will be good for this year. But the payroll form, the I-9, the W-4, as well as the 507 has to be filled out and uploaded. I'm sorry, it may seem like a lot, but trust me, it'll be worth it when you're getting paid this summer.
All right. What if your child doesn't attend school? Will they be able to? I'm going to assume you mean participate. If they're not in school, that's perfectly fine. They can still participate. They just wouldn't use a school ID as their form of ID. And there are other forms of identification that they can use. You can look on our site to get the full list, but you can sign the bottom of their I-9 form as the preparer or translator. They can use if they have immunization record, you can use that. So if you go to our website, it'll give you the full list of everything they can use to replace the school ID. Hey, Kayla. What if you do not have a work permit? If you don't have a work permit, you won't be able to participate in YouthWorks. The only way you can participate without a work permit is if you are 18 and over. So if you would like to participate, you have to make sure that you get that work permit and that you and your parent or guardian signs it. What is the difference between YouthWorks and YouthWorks Academy? So YouthWorks Academy is a program within YouthWorks. So the YouthWorks Academy is for youth that are 16 to 18 that would like to go through job readiness training to interview for a job on the private sector side of YouthWorks. So, so the YouthWorks Academy is essentially for if you want to, be on the private sector side and be able to make a little more money and work with different, and interview for different positions with different companies throughout the city. My daughter's school doesn't show on the app. If you mean like when she's filling out her YouthWorks application and the drop down for the schools, if she doesn't see hers, she can choose other. Other is an option, so she can choose that one, and that's fine. Same thing. So if you're homeschool, you can just choose other. If you live in the county, you're not eligible to participate in YouthWorks, but the county does have their own program. So you can look them up online and get information about their program and when it opens and when the application closes. Right. When will the job placements be sent out? So they will be coming out the first week of June. So if you do your application and get the complete registration receipt, you should be receiving, if you're placed at a job, you'll be receiving that notification early June. My son has a Maryland State ID, but it's expired. If he has an other form of identification, he can use that as well. I believe that we are still accepting expired IDs, but reach out to our office to double check. You can reach out to ywhelpdesk@oedworks.com. Excuse me, not oedworks, at baltimorecity.gov, or you can give us a call. Is there a certain date I have to be 14 by? Yes. Like Ms. Latasha said earlier, you have to be 14 by July 7th. My daughter has a job interview for Johns Hopkins. Will she be able to keep this job every summer at YouthWorks? So no. So she wouldn't be able to. We wouldn't be able to guarantee that she can get to Johns Hopkins every summer. So with Johns Hopkins, she has to, just like she's interviewing now, she has to interview for them. So we wouldn't be able to guarantee that she would get there. She would get placed there every summer. I turned in the school application and not quite sure what else is missing. So if you look at your email, you should have an incomplete email from YouthWorks that will tell you exactly what's missing from your application. If you maybe have more questions about what's missing, email our help desk, ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov, or give us a call and we'll be able to look into your application and tell you exactly what's missing. How do you sign the work permit? So for the work permit, if you have the software on your computer.
Good evening, staff. The building is now closed. The building is now closed.
If you print the work permit, you can sign it by hand. If you have the software on your computer that allows you to write on documents, you can use
that. Paul, Nadia.
All right, so we'll take a few more questions and then we'll move forward. Can I mail in application and supporting documents if I keep getting messages back about missing documents? No, we do not accept any applications or documents through the mail. If you the application has to be done online. There's no way around that one. But if you need help with the supporting documents, we can we can assist you in person during those March drop-off dates, but the application does have to be done online. Okay, so last question, and then we'll move on. How long do I have to wait after my application is verified to get a YouthWorks Academy interview? So interviews are actually, I believe, taking place right now. So I would say give the office a call and ask to speak to Mr. Rodney Walker, who is the private sector business coordinator. So if you have questions about, your interview or set up an interview, you can reach out to him and he'll be able to assist you with those questions. All right. So we're going to jump back in and we'll answer more questions at the end. So don't worry if we didn't get to you just yet.
How will I be paid? That's the most important question. We have 3 different ways. We have a card that we send out that will come discreetly in an envelope from the U.S. Bank. So you have to be sure to check your mail. They also have requirements there. The first replacement card is free. Each additional card is $5, okay? The next thing is the card can be used at any ATM, just like any Green Dot card or any of the other cards. There will be an inactivity fee charged after 90 days. So that means if you leave the money on there and you don't use the card, they're going to charge you. The money can be transferred from your card to your personal bank account. And no, you can't you can't add any money like you can do a Green Dot card. Okay. If you have an existing bank account, you can use that. Be sure to know that the bank account has to be in the youth's name. You can be paid via direct deposit directly into your account, just like an adult can. However, you need to send us proof. The proof can be a personal check or direct deposit authorization form with your name on it. No starter checks, okay? We also have you can open a new Security Plus credit union account. And we have one of the Security Plus representatives that's going to come on and explain more to you regarding that. We have that choice that you can make there as well. So I'll let him explain it to you more. The payroll form Ms. Latasha was talking about that needed to be completed every year and uploaded. This is exactly how it looks. Well, this is a scrunched down version of it, okay? However, I want to make sure that you understand that the youth social security number must be on it. The last name and the first name must be on it. The 3 choices. You can get your bank card. If you're interested in opening up a Security Plus account, you can check that box. Or the last box is if you have an existing account, you must provide us with the routing number and the account number, the financial institution name, and what type of account it is. Also, the bottom where it says employee signature, it must be signed and dated. And if the youth is under 18, the parent must sign also, along with a daytime phone number. This is the part where Security Plus is going to come on. Mr. Paul?
Thank you so much. My name is Paul Farrell. I'm the Revenue Marketing Specialist with Security Plus Federal Credit Union. I just want to say that we are super excited to talk to you guys today. I was able to tune in on the YouTube side of things. I saw we had a lot of questions, a lot of participants. So we are just so excited to be here. This is our 6th year in partnership with YouthWorks. And yeah, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the credit union, a little bit about our values and some of the numbers today, really briefly with you. All right, so some of the pillars about Security Plus. So we are member focused, which means if you have never heard of a credit union or a bank before, the difference between the two of us is credit unions. We are not-for-profit institutions, which means our members and people of the community actually sit on the board and they relegate, some of the activities that we do throughout the years. And so that means we offer higher accounts as far as dividends when you talk about shares and certificate of deposits. So instead of bigger banks where they rely on their stockholders and shareholders, and they have to appease them, we care more about our members, which means that we value you beyond what a bigger bank or corporation could. And we take your account very seriously. All right. We also offer financial solutions in a new world market. We're technologically advanced, and I'll talk about some of the products and services that we offer that is similar to any other financial institution, and we're community proud. And that's why we established this relationship with YouthWorks today, is we pride ourselves in making a positive difference in the community. We want to partner with you. We want to change your financial future and make a positive difference for you in your financial health. You can go to the next slide. You can go to the next slide. Sorry. All right. So we, as far as the numbers, when you think about Security Plus, so when you think about how many members there may be when you're banking, for us, we have about 35,000 members, which means we need a lot of ATMs. So I'm actually going to share my screen so you guys can get a visual picture of how you will be able to use our ATMs, etc. So I'm actually going to put in, if you guys go to securityplusfcu.org, you try to find a branch, you can hit search locations here. Once you try to figure out where's the closest ATM next to you, you can simply put in the zip code. So I'll put in 21225 here just as a baseline. So if you're in Baltimore City right now, here is all of the ATMs that you would be able to access. So most times after you get this job, you're likely to go into a CVS, Rite Aid, or a Target, or a Walgreens. It's simple for you to get your money. You can get it on the spot at one of those ATMs. So we are everywhere. A lot of people think that credit unions are small, but in fact, we are everywhere. We participate in a network called Allpoint, where we partner with other credit unions in the city so that you can do your daily business transactions, whether that's making a deposit, withdrawing funds, etc. Now I'm going to kind of shift to our online application process. I know you guys have already talked about that thus far with YouthWorks. Our process is very similar. I'm going to share my screen again so you guys can see. Once you get a link to our online application, you want to just keep in mind that you have a parent or guardian who is over the age of 18, and legally your guardian to be filling out this application with you. So this application is custom to you. I do want to pause here and just say anyone can go online and apply for a checking account with Security Plus. However, if you are not accepted into the YouthWorks program, you'll simply still be able to open up a checking account. It just won't be a YouthWorks checking account, okay? So you will just simply go online through a desktop or a mobile device, hit open an account, and go through the similar process as you will with YouthWorks. So you'll enter in your email address, make sure to have all of your documents handy with you. So that's that school ID. You will also need to have your employer information. Make sure that your parent or guardian is with you again so they can sign off on those accounts. We can go back to the PowerPoint slides if you have them handy. All right, that's perfect. And the other services that we offer at the credit union are similar to those of other financial institutions. So we offer Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, mobile deposits. If you're trying to enroll in direct deposit with your new job, that is also easy. And if you have money in another account, you can also transfer those directly through our mobile app. You can go to the next slide. All right, so some of the benefits of banking with Security Plus is I noticed that there was a question in the chat. Someone asked, do you have to keep on getting a new U.S. Bank debit card every time you apply for the YouthWorks program? One of the benefits of having a Security Plus checking account is that account stays with you forever. So you won't have to keep on reapplying every year if you establish a checking account with us. It's really simple. You can also track your spending. So if you're trying to figure out where you spent all your money every month, if you're trying to save, we have tools within our digital banking app that help track your spending and also encourage savings. If you do want to, go to college, we have accounts where once you establish your checking account, you can set up a savings account, ask your mom and dad, to help contribute to that account. And most importantly, that is your account. So it is not your mom's, it's not your dad's, not your guardian's. This will be your account with your name on it. Those cards that you see on the screen will have your name directly on them, and you'll have them forever. So yes, that is a major benefit of banking with Security Plus. We look forward to seeing you in March for your in-person drop-off dates. If you have more questions, happy to talk to you guys during those dates as well in March. And yeah, if there's any questions that we have, Nadia, I'm available to answer those. But otherwise, thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us, Paul. I don't see any
No
questions
problem.
right now geared towards Security Plus, but we'll see if some come in and we'll pop them up on the screen.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. All right. So Ms. Sharon had to leave, but I will take over for the rest of it. So summer school, let's say you end up having to go to summer school to make up some credits. You can still be paid for summer school. You can be paid for summer school if you complete and submit your YouthWorks application. So you have to make sure that you've done the application online and submitted all of the required documents and get that registration receipt. Once you get that registration receipt from us, you will go to the summer school. You will go in person to the summer school site of your choice, and you will register for summer school there. You want to do this as early as possible to ensure that you get placed at summer school for your work assignment. Don't wait to the last minute. If you know you need to go to summer school, ensure that you complete your YouthWorks application and go register as soon as registration opens for summer school. Go register in person at the site that you want to attend. Now, when you're registering for summer school, you can choose where you want to be placed, what summer school site you want to be placed at. We want to advise you, though, that Apex is not a YouthWorks site. So if you choose to do summer school through Apex, you will not be paid for YouthWorks. However, we always suggest if maybe you only need one credit you need to recover during the summer, we suggest that you do Apex for that one class, and then you get to work your full YouthWorks job so you can make the maximum amount of money possible. So you'll get your credit recovery done and you'll have your summer job. So that would be the option, but you wouldn't get to pay for that time that you're doing your Apex class. Just making sure we note that. So these are the sites that you can get paid for doing summer school: Dunbar, Douglas, Mervo, and Excel. So if you want to be paid for attending summer school, make sure you do your YouthWorks application and go to one of these sites listed to register for summer school. So I talked about how, if you did Apex, you don't get paid for that time. But let's say you need more than one credit. So you get paid based on the time that you're in class. So one credit is 2 hours per day, 2 credits is 4 hours per day, and 3 is 6 hours per day. So keep in mind that schools are not open on Fridays. So if, let's say you have to make up 3 credits for the summer. So you would get paid 6 hours. You can get paid 6 hours per day for 4 days a week. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about how much you'll get paid for doing summer school. You only get one work assignment throughout the summer. So once you get placed at summer school, that's your work assignment. And once you finish summer school, that finishes your work assignment for the summer. You won't be moved to another site. So some common application mistakes. So you started the application, but you did not complete and submit it by the deadline. So you have to make sure that when you do your application, you hit submit so that you can submit your actual application, and then check those emails to make sure that you are getting a registration receipt and not an incomplete email. Another one is you just not submit all the required documents by the deadline. So it's great that you submitted your application by April 7th, but you didn't upload your documents. So that's going to be something that keeps you from participating. You have to do both. Submit that application and those documents that go with it. I've seen a few people say that, they keep getting an email or a text that their application is incomplete. Make sure you read that email and go through and look to see what is missing from your application. If you look at that email and you feel like you've done everything that it's asking, then give our office a call so that we can look into your application while you're on the phone with us so that we can tell you exactly what needs to happen. Missing signatures on required forms. This is a big one. A lot of times when youth do their application, do their documents, they fill out the document and then they upload it. They forget that important part of saving the changes that you made. So you have to make sure that you complete the form, save it, and then upload that saved version of your document. If you upload it straight from after you download it and fill it in, it'll upload a blank document because the last time that it was saved, it was blank. So just make sure you hit save after filling everything out and sign it and then upload it. And your required forms were filled out incorrectly. So sometimes we put the wrong information in the wrong place. You want to make sure that you're looking through those documents carefully so that you're filling it out correctly. A very common mistake is that sometimes when parents are helping the youth with the application, they accidentally put their information there, and that's completely understandable. When you're doing something, your mind just kind of goes on autopilot. So just make sure that it's the youth's information and that it's all in the correct spot. Some reminders. We want to make sure that you know this information. When you're completing the application and you're checking what part of the city you're willing to go to, if you can't get a job in your zip code, please make sure that you are choosing places that you are actually willing to travel and able to travel to. If you say that you'll go all over the city, if we don't have a work site that's in your immediate zip code, then we will place you where the next job is available. So, just make sure that you think about that when you're choosing where you want to go. Sign in at your work site every day. So every work site, no matter if it's virtual or in person, will have some type of check-in/sign-in process when you get there. Make sure that you're signing in every single day. If you don't sign in, how are they supposed to know that you were there so you can get paid? So make sure that you do that part. If you're assigned to a virtual work site, your camera is required to be on, and you're required to be on screen the entire time. You're not working if you're not on camera. We don't know what you're doing. You're probably in the back playing the game. So just make sure that you are on screen and present. You must be present the first week of YouthWorks unless you've already talked to us at YouthWorks or talked to your worksite supervisor. If you do not show up for the first week of YouthWorks, you will be removed from your worksite. So make sure that if you already have something planned or something is coming up at the last minute, life happens. We get it. That's fine. But you need to let us know, because if you do not, then you take a chance on being removed from your worksite and not having a summer job. Monitor your emails. This is super, super, super important. Everything that we send out, your incomplete email, your registration receipt, your placement, anything like that, your timesheet, you want to get paid, you got to make sure that you are on top of your emails. Everything is going to come through email. That email that you use to complete your application, that's where everything is going to go. So if that's your email, make sure you're checking yours. If that's your parents' email, make sure you stay on top of your parents to check their emails, because we're going to send it to whatever email you use to do your application. Always open mail addressed to you. I know sometimes, we get a lot of junk mail that we don't care about. We just throw it out. If it has your name on it, just go ahead and open it and look, just in case. Especially if you sign up for YouthWorks, because of the fact that your bank card will come to you in the mail. It's not going to come and it's not going to look like a bank card. It's not going to, say bank card on it. It's going to be a very discreet, very kind of bland envelope. And it's going to have your name on it. Make sure you check that, because it will have your debit card. If you want to be placed at a specific site, complete your application, submit your documents, and when you get your registration receipt, take your registration receipt or email it, whichever version you want to do, but give it to the work site that you want to attend. They will then use that to request you. All requests have to go through the work site. So if you already know where you want to be placed, make sure that you complete your complete your application as soon as possible so that you can take it to them and they can request you. Don't wait till the last minute. Do it as soon as possible so that way you can kind of solidify your spot. Once you get to your work assignment, you are required to follow all rules and policies in place at that work assignment, the YouthWorks rules as well as that worksite's rules. If you do not follow those rules and policies in place, it will lead to termination. And then if, once the program starts, when time is due, Your worksite supervisor will input your time for you and submit it to you. If you see a problem with your time, if you're missing hours or you're missing a day or something from work, but you know you were there, reach out to your worksite supervisor so they can make that change. They're the ones that are putting your time in, so they will be the ones able to fix it if something is wrong. A very, very, very important one. It is imperative that you go to the worksite that you were assigned to by YouthWorks. You will receive a placement letter in email as well as a physical letter that will come to you in the mail. It is important that you go to the worksite that you are assigned to. If you go to any worksite outside of the one that you are assigned to by us at YouthWorks, you will not be paid for your time there. Please make sure that you are at the worksite that you were assigned to by us at YouthWorks. Any worksite outside of that one, you will not get paid for your time. So please ensure that you are double checking what worksite you go to. So some frequently asked questions. Can I use my pay card from last year? Every year you're going to get a new pay card. So no, you cannot use your pay card from last year. You'll get a new one in the mail, and that'll be the card that you can use for the coming summer. Will worksites be virtual or in person? We'll have both options. We'll have virtual options as well as in-person options. There will not be any hybrid sites. So when you do your application, choose which version you would, which work experience you would like. Do you want to be in person or do you want to be virtual? You'll have the option to choose on your application. How do I select a work site? So like I said a little while ago, once you complete your application and you are deemed complete and eligible for a summer job, you will receive a registration receipt to your email. So you're going to take that registration receipt and send it to the work site that you would like to be at. And then they will in turn request you. They will send us a message to say, hey, I want this youth at my work site. But before you can do that, you have to have a completed application. So make sure you do your application, submit those documents, and then send that registration receipt to the work site that you want to go to. Now, I will say, just because you give them your registration receipt does not guarantee that you'll get a job or place at that work site. Some more frequently asked questions. So I submitted my application, but I got an email that it was incomplete. What do I do? So look at that email, see what they're asking for, and then go through and upload the documents that they're asking for. So maybe you just forgot to sign one. So just sign the document and upload it to your application. Now, if you continue getting that message, you can reach out to our help desk or give us a call, and we'll be able to walk you through exactly what you need to do. I completed my application and submitted my documents. Why are you asking for more documents? So it could be a number of things. Maybe we weren't able to read the documents that you uploaded. Sometimes, especially if you fill it out by hand, sometimes maybe the ink smudged or something like that. So if we can't read the documents, we will ask you to submit them again. They're invalid, sometimes depending on the type of how you save the document, the format you save it in. When you upload it, it may be corrupted and we can't open it. And then they're blank or missing signatures. So sometimes when you're filling out the form, you forget to hit save and then upload it. So when you upload a document, it's going to be blank because the last time it was saved was when you downloaded it and it was blank. So just make sure that after you fill out the document, you save it and then upload it. I forgot my password. How do I reset my password? So you're going to send an email to our help desk, ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov, and they'll help you. They'll reset your password for you and get you into your account.
And Nadia, can I just add that when you save, make sure you choose to save with changes, not without, because it'll just send in a blank document.
Very true. So some important contact information. So if you have specific questions about your application, your status, the YouthWorks Academy, the Youth Advisory Council, anything that you want, that you have a question about, you can email our help desk, ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. The application, the documents, videos to explain to you how to complete the documents, all can be found on our website, youthworks.oed. It should be youthworks.oedworks.com. If you have general questions about YouthWorks, you can email summerjobs@baltimorecity.gov or call our office, 410-545-1820. If you have questions about the private sector, you can email ywprivate@baltimorecity.gov. So just a reminder, the YouthWorks Academy, if you have a question about that, you can also email the ywprivate@baltimorecity.gov, and they'll be able to assist you with your private sector needs. All right, so I'm gonna leave the contact information up so you can take a screenshot, write it down, take a note, but then we're gonna get into some questions. All right, so my application says I'm missing documents, but it never told me which ones. So go back and check that that email, the incomplete email that you got. It should tell you exactly what's missing. If you go back and check it and it doesn't, reach out to our office. You can either email the help desk, ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov, or you can give us a call, 410-545-1820. We live in Baltimore County, but my son goes to a city school. He would have to go to work. Yes. So he would have to. So it's not about what school you go to. It's about where you live. So in order to participate in the city, Baltimore City's YouthWorks program, you have to be a city resident. You have to live and reside in the city. Even though he lives in the county but goes to a city school, he still has to. He has to participate in the county program. No worries for coming late. The last day to submit your application and your required documents is April 7th. So make sure that you get both done by April 7th. And I would suggest getting it done earlier. That way, if there's a problem with your documents, you have time to fix it before the deadline. So the deadline is April 7th, but definitely get it done sooner. So that way, if there's something wrong, you can have a chance to fix it before the application closes. Because once the application closes, we don't accept any more documents or applications. If you have 2 children applying, do you need to create an account for each child? Yes. So you definitely need an account for each child because you can only use emails once. So let's say you use your email for one of your children. That would be it. You wouldn't be able to use that email for both of them. They both have to have their own unique account. The number for YouthWorks is right here on the presentation. It's 410-545-1820. All right, sorry, Tasha. I've been having all the questions.
Okay, all right, I'll jump in. Do y'all need a picture of my social security? No, you can also upload a picture of your birth certificate if you do not have it. But a social security card would definitely suffice as work authority in the United States. So either or, a birth certificate or social would be fine. Yolanda Moody says, how come I can see my documents uploaded, but you guys can't? We can see them. If there's an issue with the documents, please give us a call either at 410-545-1820 or contact help desk via ywhelpdesk@baltimorecity.gov. I would prefer you give us a call. We can work it out. We can figure it out together.
I keep getting a text and a phone call that I'm missing documents. So then, so I would say look at your email to see what documents it says you're missing, and go in and do whatever is asked with that document, whether it be sign it or upload it if you forgot to upload it. If you uploaded everything and you're still getting those texts and phone calls and emails, then reach out to us and we'll look at your application while you're on the phone with us to let you know exactly what's missing.
I believe we also have a checklist on the site as well, right?
Yep. If you go to the youth page on the YouthWorks website, it will give you a list of all the documents that are required for YouthWorks, and it'll also give you a video on how to fill out those tax forms and the I-9. So yeah, definitely, you can definitely check the website as well. How do I get an appointment? So the appointments will start sending out messages to youth who are still incomplete later on this month so that you can make appointments for March. So you'll receive something from us later on if your application is still incomplete. But I will say, don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait for that appointment. Go ahead and if you try to upload your documents a few times and it's not working, then give our office a call so we can walk you through the process. We just encourage everyone to get the application done and get those documents turned in as soon as possible. That way you just have more time to, you don't have to like rush at the end.
Okay, Miracle White asks, when uploading the documents, do I have to pick an attachment type? It would be nice. Again, when you call in and you ask, why are my documents, why is it saying I'm missing a document? It would be nice if you would, pick the attachment type that matches the attachment. That way we can look and see and say, oh, we have a birth certificate, we have a W-4, and it's not under the wrong attachment type. So it's just to keep everything organized and make it quick and easy to better serve you.
How can Aaron upload documents to application? We tried and it won't upload. You can give our office a call and we can walk you through the process just to make sure, just to see, how you're trying to upload it. So I would say reach out to our office by phone so that we can talk to you while you're trying to do it to walk you through the process.
Real quick off the top of my head, if Aaron has a paper copy, as I mentioned before, you can fill out print out the paperwork, fill out the documents, take a clear picture of each document individually and upload them from the phone. I know it looks weird after you submit, but if you look at the top of the form, you'll see tabs that says downloads and attachments. You would open that and then proceed to upload your attachments. If that doesn't work, as my lovely boss stated, you will call us at 410-545-1820.
Can payment be deposited to a bank account instead of a debit card? Absolutely. So the only thing with that is the bank account has to be in the youth's name. So when you are doing your application, you'll pick that you want to use an existing bank account. You'll put the bank account information, the account number, the routing number, the institution name. But then you'll also have to submit a official form from the bank, so like a direct deposit form that has the youth's name on it as well as the account information. If you don't submit the direct deposit form, then you will be defaulted to a pay card. So yes, you can definitely get your payment in a bank account. It just has to be in the youth's name, and you have to provide proof from the bank. Miss Keisha.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I saying Cash App and I lost it.
Me too. That's why I jumped on it. Me too. Unfortunately, you cannot use Cash App. Cash App just it works for some, it doesn't work for any. So to ensure that no one has a problem with getting their paycheck, you cannot use Cash App as a payment method.
It is so not recommended, guys. You don't want to work and then have an issue with your pay. So just to avoid all that, try not to use Cash App, guys, please. My daughter has her first interview for Johns Hopkins. Would she be able to stay at the same site every summer?
So we can't guarantee that. So with Johns Hopkins, you have to interview to be placed there. So if she interviews there and gets placed there this summer, once YouthWorks is over this summer, if she wanted to be at Johns Hopkins again next summer, she would have to complete her YouthWorks application and do the same thing, say that she's interested in working at Johns Hopkins so she can be interviewed for it that summer as well. It wouldn't be an automatic, you get placed there every summer. For Johns Hopkins, you have to make sure that you go through their interview process each time.
Okay. I started my application, but my social worker is supposed to be finishing it. How long do I have to turn it in? No worries. But You only have until April 7th. So I would call and maybe check and see where you are in the process and see if you can get that ball running. But no worries. You have until April.
You got some time, but don't wait till the last minute.
Not a lot of time.
Okay. My child tried to get money out at an ATM at Walgreens and 7-Eleven, but it would not let him. So what machine can you do cash withdrawal from? He had the U.S. bank card. He should be able to pull money from both of those, from any ATM, but especially those two. So if he was not, I would say to call U.S. Bank. The number's on the back of the card. Give them a call, because it sounds like it might be something with that, with his card or with his account. So so you should be able to pull money out from any ATM. The U.S. Bank debit card is essentially kind of like a cash card. You can pull money out. You can transfer money from from that card to your account. So he should have been able to pull money out of the ATM. I would say give U.S. Bank, if that happens again this summer, give U.S. Bank a call so they can talk you through what might be happening.
Okay. My favorite part. What are the dates for the drop-offs? Okay. So again, we have Saturdays in March, which is March 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. We also have a Friday in March. No school, guys, on March 17th. Then we have your spring break, which is April 3rd through the 6th, for you to come in and drop off documents and get assisted with your application. But if you could avoid it, try to do the best you can.
Uh-oh. You going in and out on us, Tasha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I'll repeat those dates. March 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. We have a Friday, March 17th, and also April 3rd through the 6th. Don't wait till the last minute if you can help it. But if you need help, we are here to help you on those days.
All right, I will try Security Plus this year. That is so great to hear, Keisha. Yes, definitely. It's a Security Plus is an account that you can have beyond YouthWorks, so it's very beneficial. And every year that you participate in YouthWorks, you can use Security Plus. So that's so great to hear. I'm glad to see we got one.
After fixing the document, how do you resubmit it? Okay, so you can either if you have it on a desktop, you would definitely download the updated document, go back into your YouthWorks account, pick the attachment type, and upload it via your laptop or computer. Or if you don't have access to a laptop or computer, no worries. You can take a picture of the document, save it in your phone, log in from your phone, and resubmit it via your phone.
Is there a list of work sites we can see? So I see that you have a two-part question. So no, there's not a list of work sites that we have to share. And then your second question was, how do you find their own place to work, or will they be placed somewhere? So if you're not already connected to an organization that you would like to work at during the summer, then you will be placed somewhere using the criteria that the worksite has set and what type of work environment and type of work you want to do. So we don't have a list to share, unfortunately, but when you fill out your application, you'll tell us the type of work that you want to do, and we'll place you based off of that.
We'll definitely match you up, Lady Kia.
So I'll take this question to Tasha. So what if you had a work permit last year but can't find it or don't have a copy of it on paper? What do you do? I would tell you to call our office because chances are if you did a work permit last year, you uploaded it to your application. So it should already be on file, and it's good for 3 years. So you won't need a new one this year. So if you're getting an email that says you're missing your work permit, then give our office a call. right, trying to make sure that we don't miss any questions. Do I need to put my birth certificate? You don't have to use a birth certificate. So it's either or, birth certificate or social security card. So if you've already done your social security card, you're good to go. You're covered. You don't have to worry about the birth certificate, and vice versa. If you've done the birth certificate, don't worry about the social security card. But you do still need to know your social security number. So you don't have to necessarily have the card if you're doing your birth certificate, but you have to know the number. Okay, and then I see you have another follow-up question. Do I need to put my school ID or recent report card as well if I already have my social security card on there and vaccination card? Sorry, I'm assuming you mean COVID vaccination card. So your school ID or report card will be a form of ID. So yes, so even if you have your social up there, you will need to do your upload your school ID or report card as well. And then the last question that I see, where do I get the work permit? So if you are 13, then you would get the work permit from our website. So go to youthworks.oedworks.com and then go to the youth page, and then you'll scroll down and you'll see the work permit section. If you are 14 to 17, you'll go to the Department of Labor. You'll go to their website and you'll do your work permit that way. We also have the link to their website. So you can still go to our website, youthworks.oedworks.com, scroll down. You'll see the work permit section. It'll say the 13-year work permit and then the 14 to 17-year work permit. So click on that 14 to 17-year work permit, and then it'll take you right to the Department of Labor's website, and you'll be able to fill it out there. All right. Okay. So I see a few people asking about their specific needs for their application. So you can reach out to our office Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. You can give us a call at 410-545-1820. And we'll be able to, while you're on the phone with you, look through your application and let you know what you're missing. Or you can email our help desk, YWHelpDesk at baltimorecity.gov, and we'll be able to look into your application and tell you what you're missing from there. But we can't look into your specific case on the live stream. But give us a call and we'll definitely look through it and let you know what's needed for your application. All right, I don't see any other questions popping up. Thank you guys for a great session. You guys asked some really great questions. If you have more questions, we are here every Friday in February. You can also give us a call at our office Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, or you can reach out to our help desk, YWHelpDesk at baltimorecity.gov, and either of those ways, we'll get back to you and assist you with your application or whatever your question may be. So we really appreciate you guys joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the summer and all the great things to come.
Yes.
We hope you have a great, safe weekend. Have some fun. The weather is nice. Get out and enjoy yourself a little bit.
We'll be here every Friday, guys.
Come back and see us if you have